So, guess who's got one thumb and needs a new job?
Yep, you guessed it, this guy! Kia ora YouTube, what is going on? It is another Monday motivation for you. As I said in the last video, there's been a lot going on, and this week I've decided I think I can tell you a bit more about what that is. Today is Sunday, the 3rd of June. As of today, there are 20 days of employment to go, and by the time you watch this video, it will probably just be 19. My last official day at the company is the 23rd of June, because my position has been disestablished. Now, of course, there are things that we are going through. It's not just a kicking the bum out the door, get on with it, get out of here, go on your bike, pack your desk kind of a thing. It is, the formal redundancy process is being followed. And currently I've got my CV with the HR people to see if there are any other potential suitable roles within the company. Having been there for 7 years, I am not holding my breath because this isn't how it's felt before when there have been other roles in the company for me to look at. They are helping me, of course, find things like a career coach and get that CV out to a few other external agencies in the hope that someone they know knows someone that needs someone with my skill sets. A big part of this process for me is going to be overcoming the potential that a future employer sees disability as a barrier rather than as diversity and a benefit to their company. It's obviously something I went through when I got this job, so I know that there are companies out there that will see that benefit. It's just not always easy to find them. I have been recording a few brief clips every so often of how this process has made me feel. And that is what today's video is about. Going through this process from the first day when I found out through to just a couple of days ago when I think I recorded the last one.
Kia ora YouTube, what's going on? Well, today's video is a little bit different because chances are you aren't going to see this for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I just had some pretty heavy, pretty bad news. I have been made redundant as of, well, probably as of the day you see this video, I guess, or not long after or before it. I've worked for this company now for 7 years, and it's been amazing. It's been a really interesting ride, and obviously up until being made redundant, they've always been really good to their employees. And to me, they've made my life a lot easier. I've had benefits that have helped me get through a whole lot of trouble, especially with health insurance and a very flexible sick leave policy, which someone like me, even though I'm only working 20 hours, I still needed that flexibility. But after giving 7 years of my life to these guys, I kind of feel a little bit of regret that I didn't leave on my own terms sooner, I guess. That, it would have been nice. It's always better to be the dumpee rather than the dumped, right? Technically, as of right now, while I'm making this video, my role is in what they call a consultation phase. So, in theory, they've made a proposal to disestablish it and other positions in my department. But we have an opportunity to provide feedback. To be honest, having been there for 7 years, I don't feel like that's much more than, a technicality that they need to say and ask us to provide feedback. But give them a fair shot. I will provide my feedback in the next few days and see if anything changes. I guess I'm just in shock at the moment. We found out that changes were coming a couple of weeks ago, and we've all just been waiting to find out what they were going to be. And yeah, so now I know, at least, I know I can start looking for something. I need to figure out what's next. That's all for now. I just thought, while this is kind of raw, I wanted to get something down on film. I kind of knew, it's been 7 years. I've been through this before in other teams, and this time it felt different. So I'm not completely surprised. I am obviously very disappointed. It's been a great 7 years working for these guys. Obviously now what that means is, though, I have an amazing opportunity to go and find my next challenge, figure out what it is. I'm not going to make any excuses about being made redundant. It is what it is, and now it's time to get out there, smash it. Whatever the side hustle is now, for now anyway, it's my main hustle. Any hustle's my main hustle. So yeah, have you ever been made redundant? How did you get on with it? What did you do? Do you know any good employment recruitment agencies? Let me know. Anyway guys, I'll add more to this video soon. I just wanted to get that out there, let people know. Well, not let people know, but get that out there while it's real at the moment. This has literally just happened. I've just left for the day. Time to go home and have a couple of drinks, I think. What a kick in the nuts. Today is day 3 after finding out I might be made redundant. How does that feel? Well, let's just say day 2, you didn't get an update on day 2 because day 2 was a write-off. I decided on day 2 that I was just going to be a complete slob, be lazy, and stay home, go to bed, barely get out of bed, basically, and just be a little bit lazy and a little bit me-focused. After getting the news on Wednesday that this was potentially going to be my future, I didn't really feel like doing much. But today, day 3, bit of a different story. I'm feeling motivated. I'm starting to think about what I'm going to do next. The company has given me access to a career coach, so I'm going to meet that person this afternoon. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time focusing on my health and well-being. I'm going to go to Empower Studio. I'm going to go do some yoga with Andy, and I don't think I'll bring the camera today. I think I'm going to make this session really about me. So the camera's going to be off. So I think I'm going to leave the camera in the car for that one and really focus on having a fantastic stretch session that's hopefully going to help me get my head in the right space. Tomorrow is the weekend. I'll have a normal weekend, and then Monday, I'll probably go into the office on Monday and just, keep in touch with everyone, see what's going on, give my feedback on the proposal that they've suggested for the new structure, tell them what I think of it. I'll be pretty honest, I don't think it's a great idea. Who knows whether or not they'll listen to my feedback? We'll find out. If they do, great, I might have a job. If they don't, we'll see what happens. I'm spending a bit of time today as well making lists. The list of what I might be able to do for a job next. Do I bite the bullet? Do I turn this YouTube side hustle into a full-time hustle somehow? Could I start getting paid to fly my drone places for getting aerial footage for people? Maybe run an Airbnb. Who doesn't need a nice place to stay in Wellington every so often? Well, hopefully motivational coaching. That'd be a fantastic one. That's something I really want to get into. Helping other people to achieve their goals is one of my big goals at the moment. What are your suggestions? How do you guys make a little bit of extra money? Wait, no, don't answer that question. Never mind, this is a family YouTube channel. Stop it. And we're back. I just met with the career coach and I feel way more positive. Our first session went really well. It's early days yet, but I think that hopefully with her help I'll do okay. Obviously I've got some homework. I've got to figure out where I'd like to work. I've got to figure out what I'd like to do, and I've got to figure out the kind of path that I want to take. Some pretty big questions in amongst that she set down, but having an understanding of the impact those questions will have is going to be really worthwhile. And I think the other thing I need to start doing is hitting up my contacts. Time to get out the old diary and the old LinkedIn, scrub up a CV and, just make sure that if opportunity comes knocking, I'm ready for it. But I know what my value is, so that I know what I can add and bring to an organization or to a team of whatever it may be. Or that even as a coach or a mentor, I know what it is I'm adding to the situation. How am I helping? Who am I helping? How would I like to help? Today is Saturday, day 4 of potential unemployment. Well, today is Saturday, but I guess coming up soon for a little while, every day is going to kind of be a Saturday, so that's a positive, right? Got a couple of things to do today, but I'm feeling good, feeling positive. Gonna manage to, hopefully tomorrow, manage to figure out something to make a video about, because I can't really get this video out here yet. Gotta wait for this all to become, you know, public knowledge and to be something I can talk about with the rest of the world, with you guys officially. For now, it's just kind of recording my thoughts, my ideas, my feelings about the whole situation. Today is day 5 of potential redundancy. This is now Monday once again, so, you know, getting out there, doing our thing, beautiful sunny day. Here with the man himself, Des the Bully Foo.
What's up, what's up?
We are making our plans to obviously, you know, take over the multimedia, social media world. We're not quite sure how we're going to do that yet, but we're pretty sure we're going to do it. We'll figure out something.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
First up, go back to the office, give them my feedback, tell them what I really think of their proposed redundancy suggestions and what they're going to do with my job. And then tonight, step 1 in our taking over the world plan is to go drink some whiskey.
Drown our sorrows.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel him too, with this whole situation.
Yeah, he's worried that I'm not going to pay his PT fees anymore, so he needs me to get another job soon. While I'm trying to put this redundancy vlog together, it just doesn't quite feel right to put any other video out there. So as soon as I can, you'll be seeing this video. We'll just see how the contract process goes and when I'm allowed to start talking about it. Anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day. We will talk soon. Just parked up down here in the CBD and about to go up to the office for the first time, actually, since last Wednesday when I heard the news that my job was up for being restructured. I think it's going to be a bit weird. It's going to be kind of like, you know, that awkward phase where you kind of wish you'd moved out already, but you've got nowhere else to go and you've got to kind of keep coming back for a little while. It's especially weird because when you work with people for 7 years, you kind of think you know them and you feel like you've built a camaraderie with them. But then when the news got announced to the wider company, or at least to my wider team, only one person has actually got in touch to say how much they disagree and feel that that decision sucks. And I kind of naively, I kind of thought that there'd be a few more people getting in touch to say, oh, sorry to hear, or, you know, kind of at least being a bit sympathetic, or, you know, maybe it's that awkward situation where they don't quite know what to say and they're trying to decide which side of the relationship do they want to be on. Are they friends with me or with the company, or... But it shouldn't be like that. They should be able to communicate to me some support or something. I don't know, just to show we're human beings rather than just another person sitting at a desk. But maybe that's just me and my non-corporate view of how the world really should be. Anyway, best get in there, get them my feedback and talk to a few people and then kind of just GTFO. We'll see how it goes. Talk to you again soon. It is now exactly 1 week since getting the redundancy news. I have a meeting tomorrow at work to discuss the official results, but from what I hear it sounds like not that many people had much to say about their proposed solution, which generally speaking means not a lot is gonna change. It is what it is, and at this stage, there's not much I can do. Is it going to be worth making some kind of fuss about? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Wellington is too small of a place to leave somewhere on bad terms, so I think I'm just going to keep moving forward, keep trying to figure out what next looks like, you know? How do I start making enough money a week to cover what they were otherwise paying me? So long as I can do that and keep paying the health insurance bills and all that sort of stuff, it'll be okay. Things will work out. Cover the mortgage, feed the animals. I don't know, what else do we need? Anyway, for now, I am off to my usual my coffee office, to have a couple of chats and a meeting to talk about potential options for whatever is next. Keep you posted. So, they made it official today. As of today at 12:15ish, I have now got 4 weeks to figure out what I'm going to do next. That may involve looking at other roles within the company, though at this stage the company haven't been forthcoming with any opportunities. I'll investigate that further with someone from HR on Monday. For now, I'm optimistic. Something will happen. I'll make a new business, I'll start a new business, or I'll turn some side hustles into full-time hustles, or I will, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to take to hiring the dog out at $10 for 10 minutes for people that just want to hang out with a fluffy dog, or who want to improve their Tinder profile opportunities by having his face next to theirs. Basically, now my job is to get the word out there, figure out where I want to be, what I want to do, and who's got opportunities, who wants to partner up with me in some kind of crazy new venture, who wants to hire me to help improve whatever it is they're up to, who wants a motivational mentor, who wants a public speaker. I don't know. The options at the moment are unlimited. I could do... well, no. Not very good at heavy lifting, so the options are slightly limited and restricted in my capacity, but within that, I'm sure there's something out there for me. Hopefully I'll be able to share all this with you really soon. So tired today though, to be honest with you. Waiting for this morning's meeting, thinking about it last night. I probably slept for about 2.5 hours. It's one of the great things about where we live and who Wellingtonians are as a people, that we help each other with this kind of thing. We find opportunities for our friends and for people we know. So I am sure it's all going to work out. It's just a question of what's the best opportunity that presents itself. Today is day 1 of my 4-week notice period to figure out what I'm going to do next before I finish up. Why not start with coffee? So here we are, peoples, as always. It's an amazingly freeing feeling knowing that they've made their decisions and now it's time to move on, to figure out the next steps and not continue to have to worry about what actually is happening right now. Do I think the way they've gone about what they've done is great? No, I do not. I think it's a bit stink, really. I think that there are obviously reasons for that. There's legislation around how they have to take people through the process of being made redundant and having their position disestablished. But at the same time, I just feel like the way this whole process works has completely stripped the humanism out of it. It's like it's all about the flowchart, the process, the ticking the boxes to get through the steps that they have to get through, and at no point can anyone just be open and honest and say, hey look, this is a shitty process, we're really sorry, but this is what we've decided to do. Let's move on from there. Is it my boss's fault? No. Is it his boss's fault? No. Is it even the HR department's fault? Probably not. It's just become a standard way for people to go through these things. But at the same time, it kind of wrecks those relationships that you could otherwise have with these people. There are definitely not enough vloggers in Wellington because everyone walking by seems to look at me like I'm crazy, whereas, if I saw someone doing what this interaction that we're having now, I just assumed they were doing something for YouTube. It is a glorious day out here, so I'm not complaining. Today is a good day. Positive change will come, and now that it's out there in the universe that this has happened, opportunity will present itself, I'm sure. If you know opportunity, please feel free to introduce me to him or her. That would be great. Thanks! Today is Tuesday, the 30th of May. I now officially have 24 days to either find a new job within the company, which isn't looking very likely, or to find any other kind of work I can. Basically, my job now over the next few weeks is to sort out my handover notes and just be there for whatever bits and pieces the company needs or wants. But at the same time, I'm certainly no longer as motivated as I was to help these people out. I'm not trying to throw anyone under a bus. As I've said a few times before, I can understand where they're coming from with this decision, but at the same time, I still think it sucks. It's now about figuring out for me what the next steps are. On that note, it's time to get on with the day, get the ball rolling on a few projects, get my CV and LinkedIn accounts brushed up. We'll figure out what's next and I'll let you know so you guys can be involved too. Bye for now.
I'm trying to keep this as positive as possible because I really do think that this is a great window of opportunity into a new awesome experience, whether that is trying to figure out how to make YouTube a full-time career, or whether it's using this as a platform simply to leverage other opportunities that may come along. I really do believe that the universe presents the best possible outcomes when you least expect it. The best way to find new opportunities is to let the world know that you are out there and looking for them. So in saying that, my email is in the description below, as is a link to my LinkedIn account. The reason for that is if you do think that there's anything out there that you could use a hand with, let me know. If you are watching this because you have found out that I've submitted my CV and you've discovered all my social media channels, including No Hands, No Excuses, I salute you, and I think you should definitely give me a call and, you know, at least an interview. It's the least you could do, right? I'm certainly not the first person in the world that this has happened to, and in fact most people I talk to have had this happen to them at least once or twice in their career, and so it's just another one of those things that No Hands, No Excuses is all about. Finding a way to overcome despite the obstacles that life keeps throwing at me, whether they are disability related, employment related, or life related. And I'm sure this is just going to be another one of those things that in a few more weeks I'll be doing a brand new video telling you about some awesome new opportunity that has presented itself and will help pay the mortgage. Not quite sure what that is yet, but please do continue to follow the journey. I'll be sure to try and update a little more frequently as this is going on, if and when I have the opportunity to. Hey, that is all for today, folks. Please don't take this video as ripping apart the current company that I'm working for. It's not about that at all. This is just about me telling you the process that I've been going through at the moment and how that's kind of made me feel and what I think about that. I will be sure, though, to keep all of you updated about this continuing process and what the new opportunities I find may be. In the meantime, please make sure you hit the subscribe button over here to keep up to date with when I do find that next opportunity. And over here is one of my latest videos that I did. It was about video gaming. Specifically about a game I've been playing lately called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. If you're into video games, check it out. I think it's kind of funny, and so do the people I game with, but we're nerds, so you never know what other people are going to find funny.